Welcome to Stand Up and Stand Out, the confidence podcast for women who would like to boost their confidence and self-esteem and create happy, wealthy and fulfilled life. I'm Katia Dejewska and I will be sharing with you tips, tricks and life stories that helped women like you become fearless, to stand up and stand out. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Stand Up and Stand Out, the confidence podcast. Before I dig into the topic of today, how to declutter your way to success, I want to ask you some important questions. Of course, those questions will be related to today's episode. I want you to take a look around you, especially if you are in your office or at your home. I want you to look around it. Or if you're somewhere else, I want you to imagine you're in your room and feel and think how things around looks like. Especially, how does your workplace look like? How is your bedroom looking like? How does your living room look like? Is it all tidy and welcoming? Or is it messy? Is it a small space or big space? Do you have enough space for all your things? How many things you have, especially on your night desk and on your working desk, and also on your dining table, which always seem to be the center of life. But most of all, I want you to feel how those places make you feel. You might not realize, but the way your room looks like, whether it's tidy or messy, it can influence your mood. It can boost or lower your confidence. It can make you feel happier or more frustrated. It can feel anxious or relaxed. It can also influence the level of your productivity. The way your environment, the environment you live in and work in looks like and makes you feel is essential for you and for your mind to be calm, to be creative, to be happy. Okay, I will quickly tell you about physical decluttering and decluttering of those too much stuff. But most of all, I will share with you the declutter your mind ways. Declutter your mind of too much stuff, of too many thoughts, too much of those things that do not serve you and do not serve your better future. I was always someone who likes things being tidy. However, most of the time I'm quite messy. Since my son arrived, I even decided to choose not to do certain things for the housekeeping chores, simply in order to spend more time with him. My working place needs to be good and tidy and make me feel good so I can focus on helping others instead of thinking, oh my God, so many things in here. Why there are so many paper in here? What those papers are for? Where are they coming from? A big help for me to tidy up my life and my workspace and my overall space, living space, was the book by Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I will not tell you more about details about her method because it's not what I really want to talk about today, but definitely you should check it out or check one of her programs that you can see on Netflix or somewhere else. Things connected to her decluttering method and her method of tidying things up in your wardrobe, in your documentation, everywhere. After that book and after the first read of that book, I cleaned up my past. And I really cleaned up my past. And I mean that I really threw away clothes that did not fit me or I didn't like anymore. I took away the shoes that were no longer my style. I gave them to others who liked them more. I throw away books that I read or I simply did not need anymore to store in my life, in my space. And I also threw away certain of other items that were building my past, but in reality I didn't need them now. And definitely I didn't need them for my future. They were simply not helping me focus on the now and on action I need to take to build my better future. That time I threw away, I think, between 15 to 20 bags, big black bags of stuff that did not suit me, that did not suit my lifestyle any longer. Some of those things found place in someone else's home, others I gave to charity, and some ended up in the recycle center. I remember that minute by minute, cleaning up all those things, I felt lighter and lighter. I felt happier, and I even felt more relaxed. The physical decluttering was, of course, helping me to clean up my space, but most of all, it helped me release some of negative emotions I had when I opened my closet or my office space. I felt the freedom in the space that I was decluttering. I felt happiness. Even now, when I want to relax my mind, you might find it very silly, but I even now open my sock drawer where I really want to relax and I look at my socks segregated by color and set neatly waiting to be picked. This cleaning up process got me thinking, what if I could declutter my mind in the same way? What if I could make the old thoughts stop and just go away from my mind? What if I could let them go? Let go. I let go of so many material things, but how can I let go of mental things? You know, our brain is working 24/7, and thanks to it, we can go to sleep, we can wake up the next day, we can go to certain things without even thinking about them, we can do certain things without even thinking and focusing on them. However, we hold so much mess in our heads that stops us from being confident, from being assertive, and from being happy. You probably wonder how to declutter your mind when you cannot sell your thoughts or give them to other people so they can reuse them. And definitely, you cannot forget things that quickly as driving to recycle center and putting your thoughts in a particular bin. I know it would be easy if it was that way. I looked for things that could help me let go. And I also tested those things and I asked my clients to use them. I want to share with you 5 things. 5 little things that work for me 90% of the time. And I also, while working with over hundreds of clients, I see that people are letting go of overthinking using at least 3 of those techniques. Many of my clients told me that at least 3 of those 5 worked for them magically. Those things also build enough space in people's minds to regain the confidence and change their lives so they can let go of the past and create a better future and just be in the now. Before I will tell you about those 5 things that help me and my clients, I want to tell you why is it worth to declutter your mind and why is it actually worth to do it regularly. When you declutter your mind, you release tension not only in your mind but also in your body, as well as all the negative emotions and stress. You regain focus on things that matter the most, like your family, your business, or your coaching practice. You start sleeping better, you become more creative, you become more aware of opportunities around you, you become more relaxed in your day-to-day activities. You're focusing on now, on here and now. You are rebuilding your confidence and self-esteem. You move towards yes, I can attitude. Are you ready to declutter your mind? The first option to help you is mind dump journaling. This is something that when you open your workbook, take a pen or pencil and start writing. You start with no particular words or intention in mind. You just let your brain lead your pen and just write whatever comes. It does not need to make sense. It doesn't need to be grammatically correct or have an accurate spacing and commas. It has to have only one goal. Let go. Let go of everything, all the thoughts and ideas that are accumulated in your head. At first, I actually recommend you to set an alarm clock and do this exercise for like 3 to 5 minutes. Later on, you can also make this time longer, up to even 10-15 minutes, or simply don't use the alarm clock and just go with the flow. When you're done writing, you finished the sentences, I want you to finish with that particular thing. I let it all go. I am free. And close the journal and go about your day. Second thing to declutter your mind is sports. Not team sports, but a sport where you can be with your thoughts alone. Choose something that will help you focus on a constant pace or particular way of breathing. Good sports for decluttering your mind is running, swimming, yoga, tai chi. All those use also breathing, different breathing ways to help you out going on. And this breathing is actually helping the full process of decluttering your mind. The third way is breathing itself. It is partially the way to meditate without overthinking or without too much of letting your thoughts only flow in and out. This is more cautious about letting go and decluttering your mind. Okay, I will better explain that. You inhale deeply and exhale, and you inhale counting to 4 and exhale counting to 4. When you inhale, think that you're inhaling peace of mind. Whereas when you're exhaling, you let go. It is good at the beginning to inhale normally while counting in your mind from 1 to 4, and when exhaling, you can even exhale not to 4, counting to 4, but exhale quicker and just go with saying even out loud, I let it go. This technique needs more time to get used to, but it helps. You have to start small, and you will be able to achieve more with this technique later on. Option number 4 is a bit creative and is connected with drawing. Do you know something about mandala? What is mandala? Okay, I'll tell you anyway. A mandala is a geometrical configuration based on a circle. It is used in many relaxation techniques. It is very often used with patients with depression, anxiety, and stress disorders, but not only. It can also be used for simple relaxations for kids, young adults, and adults as well. This also helps you declutter the overrun processor in your head. The idea is to color the pattern in the repeated colors and repeated designs. Simply repeating the same movements with your hand and seeing the same color patterns appearing in the mandala will help you refocus your brain. If you want to have an example of what you can paint and what mandala is, just Google mandala to paint, and I'm sure that you will have plenty of patterns to color. Option number 5 is to cook. To cook for someone or to cook for yourself, but the most important is to cook based on a recipe and follow the recipe step by step. I want you not to overdo with the number of people you're cooking for. 1 or 2 is simply the best. I want you to find a recipe where you can follow details step by step. And I want you to find a recipe in a book or somewhere in the internet, but written, not a video recipe. I want you to focus on the text that is there. Choose something you like to cook, but follow the recipe step by step this time. When you will be eating it, I want you to think about the food. How does it taste? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it just different? How spices you combined are combining for you. After eating, I want you to clean up. That is actually the most important part of this exercise. I don't want you to use a washing machine. I want you to clean up the old-fashioned way. This way you can see the leftovers being removed from the plates and the cutlery. and realize that those leftovers are your cluttered mind, cluttered thoughts. And just let go. The moment you're cleaning it up, just let go. The cooking exercise enables you to refocus your mind on one thing and follow that recipe. When it is refocused, you can let go on whatever you have left over and whatever mind thought that does not suit you in this particular moment. Simply declutter it. Give it a go. Give a go to at least one of those solutions and let me know how it went. And most importantly, please take care of yourself now. Thank you for listening to Stand Up and Stand Out, the Confidence Podcast. If you want to talk to me and learn more how I can help you let go of demons of the past, become confident and successful, visit my website, kattydcoach.com, and book a free 30-minute coaching call. The time to stand up and stand out is now. And remember, only you can change your life.